This video is brought to you by Manta Sleep. I have a question for you. Have you ever seen one of these? It's a big... It's a Pikmin die Rubrus from planet PNF 404. Unlike the universal love and praise the Mario series receives, a well-known fantasy adventure that comes with a Zelda game, or the cozy ambience from Animal Crossing, Pikmin has always been the black sheep of Nintendo.
But why when the characters look so cute?
A fool's perspective. Pikmin is much more than what it seems. At a glance, you'd think, oh, this'll be a cute little cozy game for me to snuggle up with my blankie and be wholesome with my iced matcha and books I don't read. Wrong! Pikmin isn't Animal Crossing, or The Sims, or one of those 10,000 farming games on the eShop. It's Pikmin! On the surface, it may seem that way, but looks have never been more deceiving. This franchise is not for the faint of heart. Literally, philosophically, all words ending in a So follow me down this Pikmin rabbit hole and discover why it's a game for people who do their taxes. Or evade them, you know? It's your life. Alright. Let's talk about this in the most literal way possible. People who grew up playing Pikmin 1 and 2 in the early 2000s are old. But there's more. People who grew up playing Pikmin 3 in the early 2010s are also old. I went from 13 to 23 in the 10-year gap from Pikmin 3 to Pikmin 4. I mean, it'd be weird if I aged a different amount in that time. As someone who fell in love with the series in 2013, playing Pikmin 4, I'm a totally different person now. And the vast majority of people who were excited for Pikmin 4's release weren't new 13-year-olds born in 2010 come to replace the preteens who owned Wii U's. It was for people who played Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2, Pikmin 3, seeing an old friend return. And nowhere is this more obvious than the community's passion for Pikmin. You'd think it's a vastly inactive subreddit with the occasional, oh yeah, I played Pikmin, back in the day. Oh, I was such a Pikmin fan. I love those guys. Reality check, we have Pikmin fans buying billboards of Olimar twerking in Times Square. That's not nostalgia, that's multi-decade long passion. The love for the series runs deep. Too deep for it to be simply what it says on the tin. It's more than nostalgia. We're gonna have to go deeper to figure this out. Compared to other games, it's easy to look at this game cover and think, oh, it must be a pleasant, cozy experience like Animal Crossing. Wrong! You've successfully been deceived. It's like the mushrooms in the real world that look like Mario mushrooms. Ooh, so pretty and juicy and red. Don't gobble it, it's gonna kill you, mate. The game may be aesthetically cute in its art style, but its lore and details couldn't be more uncomfortable. Rock Pikmin and Ice Pikmin aren't Pikmin made of rock and Pikmin made of ice. They're parasites. Olimar and Louie aren't simple avatars for you to dismiss as clones of Mario and Luigi. Olimar is a 40-year-old man with a wife, kids, and crippling debt, and Louie is Louie. The Water Wraith is a multi-dimensional creature that stalks you and your Pikmin down, crushing anything in its path. The game's day-night cycle means as the sun sets, the world becomes so dangerous any Pikmin left behind are mercilessly hunted down by nocturnal predators. Jumbo Bulbobs are infertile. I could go on. Just the fact that Pikmin dying is a core fundamental of what makes a Pikmin game proves it's not all hugs and cuddles with these guys, unless you're okay with hugging a corpse. And that theme of loss and sacrifice plays a huge part in Pikmin's gameplay philosophy. Stress and productivity. So let's go to the next floor and explore this further. Pikmin 1, the first game of the series, introduces the concept of time pressure. You have a 30-day limit to recover all the parts of your spaceship, and if you fail, Olimar runs out of oxygen, and I think he dies. This creates a constant sense of urgency and stress, forcing players to strategize and prioritize their actions as the number of days you have left gets lower and lower. Pikmin 2 introduces caves and furthers the concept of multitasking with the addition of a second captain, Louie. The caves are filled to the brim with enemies and treasures, but whilst you're down there, time takes a standstill and doesn't advance. Instead, it replaces that stress with your Pikmin count. Because if you lose a Pikmin in a cave, you can't produce more Pikmin. Every single one of these guys counts. And this new aspect of stress, plus a further highlight in multitasking, increases the complexity of managing your Pikmin effectively. And in Pikmin 3, the third game continues the trend of increasing complexity. It introduces 3 captains for even more multitasking and a focus on efficiency. And with the food supply mechanic, you have to manage your resources carefully and plan your actions to make the most of each day. Unless you're really good at the game and have a lot of food stacked up. But that pressure is still there, and the newest release Pikmin 4. If you played Pikmin 4, you'll hear a certain word a lot. Dandori, a Japanese term that roughly translates to efficiency, intentionality, and planning. The game also introduces a bunch of new elements like Ice and Glow Pikmin, the wonderful companion character Ochi, and even night expeditions. Not only do these additions give more variety to the gameplay, but also increases the depth and complexity of the gameplay with the amount of options you have. More so than any other game in the series, Pikmin 4 feels like it gamified checking off a to-do list, which is the common aspect of adult life. This is what having a job should feel like. I've even heard from a few of my friends that they've applied Dandori to their real-world career, and it actually helped with their job. You don't need any more evidence after hearing that. This game emphasizes the importance of planning your actions and executing them as efficiently as possible. Pikmin 4 is work, but it's just really fun. And you might think now that I've covered every base, we're good, we can end the video there. Nope, there's still a very important aspect which I've yet to explore. So let's head down to the final floor. Just like how Dandori and efficiency are crucial parts in Pikmin 4, they're also something we should strive towards in our own lives every day. And one thing that takes a crucial part in your well-being is sleep. Manta sleep. Sleep is something you do for a third of your time alive. I've struggled with poor sleep my entire life, but this year I've had little to no issues. And a big help in achieving that was Manta sleep. Manta sleep masks are designed to be the ultimate solution to bad sleep, helping you get the rest you need without sacrifice. Such as falling asleep to YouTube videos like I bet you do. The Manta sound mask has built-in super thin speakers, letting you drift off listening to what you love without the massive negative effects of falling asleep to the TV. Manta sleep masks offer 100% darkness for better sleep, customizable comfort with adjustable eye cups, and are made from top quality material for long-lasting use. Both me and my brother tried out the masks for at least a few weeks. And as a brother who rarely used sleep masks before, the Manta weighted mask is by far my favorite outside the Manta sound, especially when paired with the aroma dots that give your sleep mask a relaxing smell to snooze off to. It's crucial for mental clarity to have good sleep. Poor sleep quality has countlessly linked to worsening your mental health, but Manta can help you tick off one of those essential boxes for maxing out your well-being. To level up your own sleep, click the link below or use code GetMadz at checkout for a 10% discount on your Manta sleep order. Thanks again, Manta Sleep, for helping me pay rent. Surface level seems to be a total renovation and refresh to the series for newcomers, akin to something like Breath of the Wild was for Zelda, and in many ways, it is. A reset of the timeline, a reworking of mechanics, tutorialization, a literal new perspective with the camera, even going as far as adding a cute marketable alien dog that I'm sure many people will buy the game just for. But when you dig deeper, you realize that Pikmin 4 holds an insane amount of faithful attention to detail and tasteful nostalgia for Pikmin fans to appreciate, who've been there from the beginning, middle, and for new players to enjoy. While some Pikmin fans may argue that Pikmin 4 is the easiest in the series, I personally feel like this perspective misses the point a little. Yes, the game has introduced more tutorials and user-friendly mechanics, making it more accessible to newcomers, but let's not mistake accessibility for simplicity. Pikmin 4 still demands strategic thinking, multitasking, and efficient resource management, especially when going for high score, speedrunning, or just trying to push to be as Dandori as possible. This game's difficulty isn't just about how hard it is to beat, but about the depth of its gameplay, the richness of its world, and how good it is at tackling its thesis it set out to do, which in this case is Dandori. The easiness some players perceive could also be attributed to us maturing and becoming more adept at games over the years. We've grown up and honed our skills as chronic video game enjoyers. What seemed challenging as a 13-year-old might not feel the same at 23. And although there's no arguing that this game is objectively more hand-holding, more accessible, less stressful overall, and easier over time with upgrades for your captain and Ochi, I don't think any of that diminishes the depth this game can have with its overarching theme of Dandori. So, is Pikmin 4 the easiest game of the series? If you're just playing the game casually, yeah, probably. But beneath that easy-to-make argument is a game that can still be very complex and very rewarding, which perfectly circles back to my main argument in this video. Pikmin at the surface, much like how we see insects, is so easy to make and give assumptions without a second thought. But when you grab that magnifying glass, or even just squat down to look at things up close, you realize how much beauty there is in the detail, just like the nature of our own world. But this is just what I think, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Leave a comment if you disagree. You could like, subscribe, that could be kind of cool. Okay, bye.